Good Morning Bonney Lake is a public forum for student expression. Students make all content decisions and opinions do not necessarily represent those of SBLSD or Blhs.
Good morning, Panthers. I'm Carson Munsch.
And I'm Nate Grucelski.
And this is Good Morning Bonney Lake. Welcome to Good Morning Bonney Lake, where we give you the latest updates and stories in Bonney Lake High School. Now let's hop into This Week in History.
Welcome back to This Week in History after our long break away. This week in 1882, the United States President Franklin Delano Roosevelt was born in New York. Franklin D. Roosevelt was the 32nd president and only president to be in office for 4 terms. He would be known for helping the country to get out of the Great Depression and lead us through World War II. President Roosevelt is still seen as a very influential president for the many programs he created to help America get out of an economic depression and also his leadership throughout World War II. That's This Week in History. Now back to you, Carson.
Thanks, Nate, for that. It's crazy how much influence President Roosevelt had over the American people. Now let's head over to This Week AP Headlines.
The Palestinian death toll in Gaza surpasses 25,000 while Israel announces the death of another hostage. 2/3 of those killed were women and minors.
All Sports Illustrated staff could be laid off as the iconic magazine's publisher faces money troubles. This comes after the license to use the iconic brand names in print and digital was revoked.
Netflix has gained 13 million new global fourth quarter subscribers as it unwraps its best ever holiday season results. Netflix has now registered its 3rd consecutive year of accelerating subscriber growth in the final 3 months of the year.
And finally, to finish off AP headlines, we have a record-breaking basketball game as Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid drops a staggering 70 points, breaking the most points in a game in franchise history.
That's all for our headlines this week. It's been pretty cloudy recently, but let's head over to our new anchor, Nathan Korth, for the weather this week.
Today is going to be sunny with a bit of cloud with a high of 52 and a low of 37. Heading into the weekend, you're going to want to wear a sweater because it is going to be sunny with a bit of cloud with a low of mid-35s and a high of 50. Heading into next week, it's going to be sunny with a bit of cloud, a high of 50 and a low of mid-30s.
Thanks, Nathan, for the weather this week. Now to sports with Connor and Carson, and also an interview with the Bonney Lake wrestling team.
Hey Panthers, welcome back to the Bonney Lake Sports Show. My name is Connor.
And my name is Carson. We are so happy to be back, and without further ado, let's get into some upcoming sports for your Bonney Lake Panthers.
Today, we have girls basketball senior night against Silas. Congrats to the seniors on a great season. Ava Rice, Evan Elias, Carla Yurkola Vidal, Rayleigh Karsten, Jasmine Ship, Lainey Ashby, Nayela Lopez, Marley Olivo, and our senior managers Kaylee Helner and Nick Reeve. Good luck in the playoffs as well.
On Wednesday, the boys basketball also had their senior night. Shout out to our awesome seniors Chris Chaplin, Marcus Lloyd, Blaine Faulkner, Nathan Korth, Connor Simmons, and Clint Johannick.
Speaking of our sports, cheer has qualified to state for the first time ever. Continuing their season, they go to state this Friday. Wish them luck. With the sports season coming to an end, we congratulate all Panther athletes, and let's get some action from the NBA and NFL.
I'll kick some things off with some big NBA performances that has the sports world talking. Recently, there's been some high scores games in the NBA with Karl Anthony Towns scoring 62 points with 44 points in the first half. But the crazy part is that the Timberwolves lost the game 128 to 125, which is surprising considering such a high-scoring player was on the team. The game was pretty close throughout the fourth quarter until the Wolves got outscored 36 to 18, where Karl Anthony Towns sat for most of the fourth quarter. The coaches and players were very disappointed in the loss, but let's see if they can bounce back from it. The other huge performance was by Mavericks point guard Luka Doncic with a career-high 73 points. The Mavericks, unlike the Wolves, got the win against the Hawks 148 to 143. Luka has been one of the most dominating scorers in the NBA for the past couple of years, and that continues to show with a huge game. I have a question for the people watching. With these high-scoring games lately, do you think that anybody could surpass Kobe's 81-point game or even Wilt's 100-point game? I don't know, but let's slide into the highly anticipated Super Bowl 58.
Hey, well, Carson, I do think someone will get that record at one point. But anyways, this year's Super Bowl is a matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Back when they played in 2020, the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, defeated the 49ers in a 31-20 game. 49ers made the Super Bowl after a tough-fought win against the Detroit Lions, which they were down 24-7 at half, but yet they clawed back to win the game 34-31. The Chiefs, on the other hand, had a defensive game. They defeat the best team in the AFC, led by MVP frontrunner Lamar Jackson, as they defeat the Ravens 17-10. The 49ers open up as a favorite with a -2 spread as they're Vegas's favorite to win. That's all for sports this week, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.
But don't leave yet, because we're about to pin down this next wrestling segment.
Right now we have.
Olivia Martin Mackenzie.
And so, Olivia, how would you describe the season?
I'd say that it's been a pretty good season. A lot of people have been putting in a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of improvement from everybody on the team. And it's just a really good season so far.
And as the captain, what advice would you give to future players?
I would say always try your best. Don't lose doubt in yourself from a loss. You can learn from every loss you have. Some highlights this season is the guys team. They won their tournament, I think, like 2 weekends ago. The girls team's doing really good with how many people we have. We only have we have 7 girls, including me. So it's not a lot of girls, but we place pretty high at tournaments considering how small we are. And a lot of the freshmen and sophomore new people, they're doing really good this year. Like, they're probably the same skill level as a lot of the second, third year people on the team already. I'd say keep your conditioning in check. Go to the gym every day, go on some runs. Just do some good cardio exercises and build up your muscle.
All right, so I'm here with the boys team captain.
Hi, I'm Blake Miller, one of the seniors on the wrestling team.
What are some highlights of this season and some previous seasons before that?
Highlights are always the bus rides, a good bus ride from a good tournament. You know, if we did good, we took second this year at the Dock Aaron, which is a pretty big tournament. So that was pretty big. Kind of just waking up early for a big tournament, and riding there in the van or in the bus, just all those highlights. And then last year, we had state, we did pretty good at state. So those are always good highlights when we perform well at a good tournament. So yeah, my biggest advice would be have fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Treat practice as a place to grow and learn. If you get beat in a live session, that doesn't matter. I've gotten beaten hundreds of live sessions, and that's where you really grow and learn. And you want to treat it as a learning experience. And tournament days and duels, you want to go out there and have fun and learn from your losses and your wins, and don't put too much pressure on yourself.
So as a senior, what are you going to miss most about this team?
Probably just honestly the bond that we have, messing around before practice, just laughing and giggling, having fun, working hard together. It creates a bond when during the tough times and all the weight cuts and all that, doing it together really creates a bond. So that's probably what I'll miss the most.
Speaking of your team, what would you tell them now if they were watching this?
I'll miss you guys. Love you guys, and you guys will be better than ever next year, because I believe in you guys, and you guys are beasts. So love you guys.
What are you doing after this season?
After this season, I plan on going to the United States Military Academy at West Point in New York.
Really, New York? That's pretty far from here.
Yeah. No, it's a big change, but that's the plan, So hopefully it all works out, but I'll definitely miss this place for sure. Hopefully I'll definitely come back and visit, though, in the winter break, for sure.
Life's full of changes. Thank you so much, Blake.
Yes, thank you.
What would you like to say to the audience before you leave?
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. And love you guys, even though I don't know you in the audience. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, I've got another boys captain.
Colby Ducatt. I'm a junior.
Junior. So what are your goals for next year coming into as a senior?
Right now I'm just trying to be a two-timer. Got this year state champ, and then obviously aiming for next year as well. That's the main goal. Nothing much other than that. Yeah, last 2 years I kind of slacked. Freshman year, I just to be honest, I wasn't at my best. Sophomore year, I was really sick. It's not a good year. But these next two, I'm just hoping I can make it count.
What are some words of advice that are for players that are going through that right now?
Just keep working. Just keep working hard. Your time will come to you. I noticed ever since I just, kept at it and never thought, maybe it's not for me. I just noticed that I've always kept improving more and more. And even now I believe that I'm at my best by far. So it's good.
What would you say are your keys to success in wrestling?
Keys to success, if you feel like you've done enough, right, you go to a practice or whatever, it's more than likely not enough because it's a hard sport. So, just doing one practice, right, it's not going to be enough for you. So just always putting more work in, right, and that obviously also comes with recovery and stuff. So just make sure you're on top of everything, really, and you'll be at your best. I mean, learn what you can, take what you can from your coaches, really, and it's up to your coaches to be there for you and to push you to work hard, but you also have to want to do it yourself. So as long as you're willing to put the work in and all that stuff, I mean, you'll be good. You'll be fine.
We all know everyone has some room to change. So what do you think do you want to be better at or want to change for next year?
I want to change for next year is to stop procrastinating a lot and just start doing, less thinking, more just putting in the work and doing what I can, all that I can rather than, blaming it on other things. Just taking accountability, I guess, and doing what I need to do. I mean, I haven't really had a lot of competition this year. I mean, we've had tough tournaments, yes. I've had my losses, yes, but I'm really just getting ready for state. I'm just looking forward to state. That's what this is all about. So I'll just practice leading up to state, really. So that's really all it is.
What would you say as, in your perspective, how did you do this season?
This season, I think I did pretty good. I definitely learned a lot this season. I definitely had some realizations. I've definitely been more willing to put in the work, just for myself as well, not because my coaches want me to or anything, but as well because I just want to be the best that I can be. So.
What do you want to say to anyone who's watching this right now?
Keep doing what you're doing, and if you're not where you're at, change it up. Keep striving for what you want to do and give it your all. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Right, so I'm here with the head coach.
Onufer.
Okay, Mr. Onufer. What would you want to say to your players right now when they're watching this?
I just say I'm really proud of you guys this season. Everyone's put a lot of hard work in, a lot of time and dedication to get to the point that we're at. And our season's almost over, but the best is yet to come. Postseason, we got state coming up, and hopefully we can do well at state and have some placers.
How important is state to some people that don't really watch sports?
So for Washington wrestling, the state tournament is like the biggest high school event that you can go to. We're in 3A, so it's all 3A schools that compete at that. And to get to state, you have to place top 4 at sub-regionals, and then you have to place top 4 or 5, depending, to make it to the state tournament. So there's 2 big tournaments, essentially, just to get to the state tournament. And anybody that makes it to the state tournament is a great wrestler. Anybody that places top 8 is a exceptional wrestler. I'd say just come out and try it out. It's a really fun sport. It doesn't seem like a team sport, but it is, and we're like a family. So anybody's welcome. We have a lot of fun together, and wrestling's a unique sport, and you don't realize how much fun it can be until you've tried it. I would just say, it's time to really get focused and don't let time slip away. It's a few weeks left to really train and get that extra workouts in, and just really have that motivation, and know what you want, time to reach your goals, essentially. And just keep training and keep working hard, and good things will happen.
What are your highlights this season? What are you happy about with your players?
I've been really happy with us. Our tournaments, we've been doing really well. We've placed really highly at every tournament that we've gone to, and I think we've kind of surprised some people with just how well we've been doing. And it's good to see. It's my second year here, and I've been able to have a lot of success in a short amount of time, and it's because of these guys and how hard they work.
Really, it's just your second year here, but a lot of the players, they're giving me like some good stuff about you, and like they really trust you, Coach. What are some keys to success for like other players that aren't really in Bonney Lake right now?
Well, there is no secret to it. There's just hard work and really, being at practice consistently, and trusting in your training and trusting in your coaches. If you have good coaches, and we have exceptional coaches here. I've been coaching high school wrestling for, it's like my 10th or 11th season, and this is, I think, the highest pedigree staff that I've been able to put together in a high school program. We have multiple guys on the Division I level. All of us were state champs at some time in the past, and so I just say trust in your coaches, and really just it comes down to hard work and training.
Okay. Thank you so much. What is something you want to say to our viewers that are watching this?
I would say if you haven't wrestled before, get out there and try it. And if you don't like it, it's all right. But you got to at least try it once.
Yeah, try out wrestling. We need more people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, those were some amazing interviews, and congrats wrestling for an amazing season. Now to wrap up the show, here are some announcements. Our second FCC LA Blood Drive of the year is February 16th. Sign up using the QR codes on the flyers for our appointment time. You must be at least 16 years old to donate. If you're 18 years old or donated last year, you do not need a parent permission form. For those needing a parent permission form, they will be sent to you this week before the blood drive date. Every donor can save up to 3 lives. This is your opportunity to make a difference to help others. Contact Mr. Littlefield if you have any questions.
Come to Math Club Mondays in room 402. There is a competition in March we have to prepare for. We have tutoring Tuesdays and Thursdays also in room 402. Come get help with your math and or help people with their math. Contact Mrs. Thompson for more information.
Urgents, seniors, yes, you, seniors. Voting for your favorite classmate closes at the end of the day today. Please follow the Google form link that was sent out by Mr. Pathrath on Monday before we took the senior photo. This is very important, so your vote will count for each category in the yearbook. Thank you.
And before we end the show this week, did you know, Connor, that coconuts kill more people every year than sharks?
What? Coconuts? That's insane. And I never thought of that. So, hey, that's it for all today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you next week. Bye.